Hello and welcome to Top Sim. I'm William Lebowski, and today we have some exciting news. Portimao is finally here in F1 2021, or just F1 21, and it's a track that many people have been very much looking forward to, but it's definitely one of those tracks that I have been very much looking forward to because it's one of my favorite tracks of all time. This track really can do it all. Really, no matter what you put on this track, it is going to be an awesome, exciting race. And it is in part due to the track is essentially a roller coaster for cars, and that is a phenomenal experience no matter what kind of level the car is at, whether it is one of these extremely high downforce machines like a prototype or a Formula One car, or whether you're driving a GTE or a GT3, or whether or not you're driving something even older or even slower. I have yet to put a car on this track that I haven't had fun racing it at. So when I finally heard that F1 21 has finally picked up Portimao, I became very excited. Had to go and see what kind of time I could throw down just from a first session of a hot lap, and I did that for this first little portion of the video, and then we were jumping right into a 5-lap race. But essentially, I just really wanted to mention my excitement, and I also wanted to mention how well done this track is. I think it was worth the wait. Of course, everyone would appreciate it if it was done on day one, but I think the detail in the track surface and the off-track items are phenomenal. There's no problems, from what I'm seeing from the beauty aspect. I'm not running into any kind of problems from the road surface like other people seem to complain about. I think about Bahrain was a big one. People complained about an invisible bump. But other than that, I think there are some areas where there are inconsistencies with track boundaries, but that is not at all something that I fault a specific track for, because I think in every single iteration of F1 you could find some sort of inconsistency there, and I imagine it's just that track limit system is a little bit finicky in whatever way they decide gives you a penalty. But anyway, here is some great racing. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, we've slotted in, although here comes Esteban. Have to get jammed late on the brakes there. I think we had a bit of a lockup as well, but we got to keep that pesky Alpine behind us. All right, the AI really trying me on this one. Really, we've had all the possibilities that you think we could have at this point in me attempting to get this recording done. So this one is going to be it. And I think the super important thing to remember going forward is how much brain power that this track takes with the blind the blind corners over crests and all the elevation changes, everything that does to the driving experience. It takes a lot of brain power. And so I think there might be sometimes I'm going to have to shut off the commentary about, like you just saw right through turn one, and make sure I don't mess this up, because it's very easy to spin like through this corner because of the high to medium speed that you're making it and the elevation change. So when you hit that crest, the car gets really light. The downforce doesn't have as much of an effect as it normally does with these Formula One cars, and boom, your rear end sends all of the same amount of power that it normally would through the wheels, and you found yourself doing a 360. So trying to avoid that as much as possible. Looks like Perez is building a bit of a gap on us. We got to bring that in as much as we can. All right, he's at 1.3. Let's remember that and try to decrease that by as much as we can, hopefully a couple tenths soon. Blew the apex there, although keeping it on track. Hopefully we can use this to open up our line through the final corner here. Carry as much speed as is humanly possible. I think the gap is moving in the right direction, although they might have DRS now, which is going to make things a little bit difficult for us. Oh, wait, no, DRS just became enabled. So we should still be sitting pretty. Well, not sitting pretty, but sitting in a place where we can still make our overtake attempt in DRS potentially soon. Just barely out of it there. We need to make a couple more tenths up before we're in DRS. If you're going to run it wide, just remember you can. Remember to take it all, although we still lost a few tenths. This is a tricky corner. Hit it too early, and you're out of line. And it sends you flying. All right, we're still losing tenths on the car in front. Hit that apex far too early as well. A little bit of overtake. I don't think it added anything there. Let's not forget to brake for this one. That was better, but we still were off the apex. Using the entire warning track there. Off the line again. Let's see, use as much overtake as we can here because we have now a second off of where we were.
We're leading our teammate by 3.5 seconds.
Let's see. Can I pull some magic out of Sebastian Vettel's pocket and gain some time on these cars ahead of us? It would be great to finish this one with a podium. I've got this suspicion if I can get into DRS zone of Perez, it might be possible to get both of him in the car in front of him, which would be Bottas. Valtteri, it's James. Slow down. We need Sebastian Vettel to get closer. Okay, let's see. I don't think we're getting closer. James, or Valtteri, it's James. Need you to slow down even more. They keep missing apexes, Valtteri. I don't know what to tell you. All right, Max Verstappen. Look at that. They're setting 120s.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, man. Final lap, and we're sitting in 5th place. And it looks like the other cars are a little bit even out of sight at this point. Just barely holding on to it. Okay. Looks like we might be putting ourselves in a position to defend 5th place. Oh, it's pesky Esteban Ocon. He's back again. Okay. Well, it looks like we were destined for 5th position. Oh, Esteban is like, oh, really? He knew we were going to try to count our chickens before they hatch, and he's like, let me take one of those eggs from you. So let's just be sure to keep on our A game here. That was way too early of an apex as opposed to what we've been doing with that recently. Max Verstappen with a 120.7 during the race, fastest lap and the race win. Got ahead of those 2 Mercedes. It looks like 5th place is what we're going to be able to cross the line at. Oh, man, the AI really putting our patience to the test with that one. How are you guys liking Portimao so far? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And do you want to see more F1 2021 on Thompson? We'll see you in the next one.